Did you make a New Year's resolution this year or an intention? If you're raising your hand at home, you may have made a promise to make healthier choices this year. And our next guest wants to help you stay on track. You know him as the host of the TV show The Doctors, Dr. Andrew Ordon. Welcome to the broadcast. It's lovely seeing you, and Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you, and it's a great pleasure to be on your show.
Well, thank you so much. So you have 3 categories for a healthier 2022: diet, exercise, and sleep. These seem like 3 very simple tenets, but they can trick us up. So can we start with dieting? What's the easiest
thing? And I think for most of us, myself included, when we start with what do I want to change, what do I want to be better at for the new year, I think diet is at the top of the list. So what can we do? And it's all about making small steps. If you start some crazy crash diet, something that you're not going to be able to sustain, you do it and then you're going to go back to your old habits, not going to work. And we've shown that at the Doctors over the years. You have to start with small steps. So in terms of diet, just try to eliminate certain foods. If you're a beer drinker, cut back on the beer. In general, try to eliminate the sugars or carbohydrates, or at least keep them at bay. We know that eliminating processed foods goes a long way, because processed foods are going to affect our metabolism, our body in general. And finally, make sure you're drinking plenty of water. And it's been shown that drinking 4 to 6 glasses of water a day, not only it's going to help you keep full, you're going to eat less at a meal, but it's going to promote better metabolism to help you burn those calories.
Dr. Ordon, I often find that when I think I'm hungry, I'm actually thirsty. So, in homage to you.
Well, if you can make that substitution, water, there you go, drinking your water, good for you.
Thank you.
And, you know, having a little bit of hunger is not a bad thing. But I think too many of us, we were doing it over the holidays, eating. Don't eat unless you're hungry and you're ready to eat.
Yeah, eat when you're hungry, don't eat when you're not. You mentioned something, and we showed a full screen. You say try to eliminate frozen foods. Does that count as frozen fruits? Because I love an acai bowl, and I make them at home because they're far too expensive at some of these juice bars. Where do you stand on frozen fruit and vegetables?
Well, guess what? That frozen fruits and vegetables can be a great substitute. Read the labels. Just make sure. I said, try to cut back on the processed foods. But, nowadays there are decent choices in frozen food. Hey, we have to go to frozen food. We can't just go buy fresh produce every day. Number one, it's not going to keep if we don't eat it on that day. So you're much better served to at least go to the frozen foods and vegetables, and just read the labels, make sure that there aren't too many additives going on there.
I always say if it tastes too good and sweet, it's probably bad. It's probably bad for you, so go find a different brand.
And do a little experimentation, find out what works. You can always add a little bit if you don't find it salty enough or no sweetness whatsoever. There are other alternatives to sweeten up those non-sweetened fruits, for example, with honey, with agave, with yogurt. Those are much better choices.
Natural sweeteners. Can we talk about exercise? What do we need to do? Do we need to literally run every day, lift weights every day?
No,
okay, thank you.
You don't have to do that. And it's one of my big resolutions was to make sure that I go for that walk every day. Ideally, doing a walk in the morning and doing a walk later in the day is best, but one works, and it's been shown. You don't have to go to the gym and pump heavy iron and all that. In fact, you're more prone to injuries, and it's not going to help you as much cardio-wise. So just good brisk walk, and you're showing an image of stretching. Stretching is so important.
And how?
I want to mention stretching. Number one, you're burning calories when you stretch. Number two, you're preventing injury. And, I listened to some of these athletes that had really prolonged careers and they attribute
Their
long
success, yeah.
careers
To stretching.
and lower impact workouts. So if nothing else, get yourself walking, just move, and you know what? You're going to see the results.
Well, thank you so much. To stretching, I will. Dr. Ordon, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you. I hear you've got some snow going on.
You know what? This was going well until you mentioned the snow, but thank you.
My daughter's in Brooklyn and Dumbo, and
Well, give her a shout out. Say hi. Tell her to stretch, drink water, and not have processed foods.
She's a psychiatrist at NYU. You have to get her on.
Well, you got you have terrible genes in your family, apparently. Holy smokes! Let me get in there. Thank you.
She's a good guest.
Well, are you a publicist? Because I'll be her agent. I only want 10%. Dr. Ordon.
There's a lot of crazy going on in New York City. I'm sorry.
Anytime, you don't have to tell me. Thank you so much. You at home, if you want more of Dr. Ordon's advice, call him or his daughter, who's a psychologist in Brooklyn. You can see him every day on psychiatrist. She can give you the pills. She can give you the pills. She's a psychiatrist, not a psychologist. Psychologist, you call me. Psychiatrist, you want the pills? You call Dr. Ordon.
I'll call her.
Meanwhile, watch him on The Doctors. Mwah. Love ya.
Oh, my gosh.